gender-based violence on women and girls is not an independent incident. It is a profound violation of human rights. Survivors of gender-based violence face physical challenges, psychological challenges, and also loss of opportunities in education and work.
በምን አይነት መልኩ መከራከር እንችላለን? ከቤት ወጥተው በማህበራዊ በስራው በኢኮኖሚ በትምህርቱ እድገት እንዲያመጡና ተሳትፎ እንዲያደርጉ ሁላችንም መረባረብ አለብን። ስለዚህ ጾታዊ ጥቃትን በተመለከተ ጾታዊ ጥቃትን ህብረተሰቡ እገዛ በማድረግ መንግስትም ጠበቅ ያለ ህግ በማውጣት እገዛ ሊደረግላቸው ይገባልና ፍትህ ሊያገኝ ይገባል።
ስለ ጥቃት ነው እየተጠየቁ ያለሁት። ጥቃት ማለት በጣም ጥንካሬ ተወርቶ ብቻ ነው የሚቀረው። ብዙ እህቶቻችን ጥቃት ይደርስባቸዋል። ህጉ ግን ጠበቅ በተለይ ጎዳናዎች ላሉት በችግርተኝነት ማጣት ብቸኝነት ምናምን ሴት ብዙ ጥቃት አለው በጣም በምንም በላይ እና ህጉ እዛ ላይ ትኩረት ብዙ ጊዜ አይሰጥም። ህጉ ጠበቅ ማለት አለበት። በቃ የሴቶችን ጥቃት በደም ሴት ላይ ነው በደም መሰራት ያለበት።
Gender-based violence is one of the most widespread violations against human rights, undermining people's peace, dignity, and a dent in the development of the continent. I believe this is not a one-person job, and to tackle this, we need to look at it from a grassroots level by investing in educational reforms and social and cultural norms, putting up sensitization and ensuring that children from a young stage in schools are trained that it's very important to respect each other's rights. And this, I believe, will transition into families where we'll have domestic violence-free families and a world that is free from violence.
እኔ የሴቶች ጥቃት ይቀራል ብዬ የማስበው ለአሁንም ለወደፊትም ይቀራል ብዬ የማስበው ጥቃት የሚያደርስባቸው ጥሩ እርምጃና ጥሩ በህግ ፍርድ እንዲሰጥ ነው ምለው። ይሄንን አቀርባለሁ። በቤት ውስጥም ያሉትን አሁን በቤት ሰራተኛ በምን ውስጥ ያሉ ራሱ ጥቃት የሚደርስባቸው ብዙ አሉ። እነዛን ደግሞ ተከታትሎ ህግ አንደኛ ቸላተኝነት ነው ጥቃትን እንዲያባዛ የሚያደርገው። ያንን መከላከል ይቻላል በፍርድ።
Addressing it requires a multi-level approach that is strengthening institutions like law enforcement, secondly, providing social services for survivors, and lastly, empowering women economically.
Is a breakthrough because it finally creates a continent-wide legally binding commitment to protect women and girls from violence. For my work, it provides a unified approach to strengthening accountability and provides us a clear mandate to support member states to transform political will into real protection.
The AU Convention matters to me because it moves us beyond policy talk. It demands real protection for women and girls. It also recognizes the full spectrum of violence they face, including the rise of digital violence. For us as UNDP, this convention strengthens our ability to push for stronger institutions and accountability, ensuring that the most vulnerable are not left behind.
For me, I believe the African Union Convention to End Violence Against Women and Girls is timely because it gives a clear roadmap for all member states to come together and work together on a specific goal, that's ending violence against women and girls. It's very important for me because as a gender and inclusion advocate, I believe that ending violence against women and girls is very, very important and it is timely, and this is a very, very good breakthrough.
La Convention adopte une approche centrée sur les êtres humains, les femmes, les hommes, les garçons et les filles en Afrique. Elle reconnaît explicitement la violence résultant de l'inégalité systémique et des rapports de forces inégaux. C'est une étape importante pour l'Afrique pour continuer à défier des normes sociales nocives à majorité victimisant les femmes et les filles africaines.
So this convention is a great start on ending violence against women and girls because this violence cuts across cultures, regions, and socioeconomic groups. It takes place in our homes, in our workplaces, in conflict, and now increasingly online. And in order to end this violence, we need strong legal, policy, and institutional responses that protect survivors and hold perpetrators accountable.